What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today, I wanted to give a Tinkaton team a try in the Greatly Remix meta. I feel like with all the Mudslappers banned, as well as Talonflame, Corviknight, Shadow Caesar, a lot of the worst Pokemon it possibly could have seen out of this metagame, it should have a lot of play and it should be a lot of fun to use. I'm going to pair it up today with both Shadow Malamar as well as Shadow Drifblim, two very strong anti-meta picks. Let's see what this team can do in action. Looks like we got a match. Let's see if we can get a win. Tinkaton into Carbink. Not a bad lead, honestly. I resist all their damage. Although it can be a little bit awkward for our backline to deal with, so if I can, I do want to keep Switch. They're staying in. Okay. I have to wonder why they'd stay in here. There could be like a dark type in the back, maybe. Or maybe they're just trying to, whittle us down a little bit. Could be a grass type in the back as well. We're at 9. So they have a rock slide right now if they want to throw it. Okay, this is not like the hard answer that I was hoping it would be. I thought when I saw grass and ghost, it was something else. This is actually really awkward if they get a debuff. They do get the debuff. I still farm down, just barely. Okay, bailed out there by high-ranked Drifblim. Astonished Decidueye is actually kind of insane. I wonder if their final pick is a Trevenant, or if it's just like something completely unrelated. Shadow Ball is honestly going to do a lot more damage than most of the moves I could throw with my Tinkaton. So I would be fine landing this. But I'd also be fine getting a shield. Okay, they do let it go. I'll just build up energy here, because if I need to go for a chip and dip, I'll be able to. Alright, for some reason they're still staying in. They just want a lot of energy, I guess. I don't think a play rough would have quite been enough here. Maybe it would have been, but it would have been close. Okay. I think we should be fine here as long as we can properly shield a move. But if they do bait us, that could be kind of bad. We do shield the Frenzy. That's all we probably need. It is a second grass type. Not exactly the grass type I was expecting, though. Now I should be able to get another foul play off. They might no-shield this, I guess, if they are crazy. Let's see. Okay, they shield. Well, I mean, I have a play rough, right? Alright, hopefully play rough here knocks him out before I take a Frenzy Plant, because if I do take a Frenzy Plant, I might honestly lose. Okay, nice. Now they need way too much damage here against us. And while they might have back-to-back moves, I have my Bulldoze right now. We've been keeping a lot of energy here on our Tinkaton. Moonblast might get a debuff into us, but honestly, they're still in range, where a Bulldoze would knock them out. Nice. Okay. Bulldoze knocks him out. GG. That was an interesting team. Okay, next game. Hopefully we can get another decent lead here. Tinkaton into Galarian Weezing. I don't love this lead matchup. I'm going to swap, I think. Because even though I don't really know the moveset here, I know I can get a lot of consistent fasting pressure with my Malamar at the very least. Okay. Well, I guess I bait this out. Didn't really try to. That wasn't my plan, but Weezing plus Charizard. Non-Shadow Charizard at that. We get a shield here. 6. I mean, it could be a Blast Burn, right? But I feel like I don't want a shield right now, so I'm not going to. Nice. They're at 2. Or they do boost, which honestly is a little bit uncomfortable. I think by them boosting, they might be able to farm us down now. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, without that boost, I might not get farmed down. I mean, I have to shield twice if they go for an air cutter bait, so I'm just going to go for this. Oh my goodness, why are they baiting so many times? They don't even throw the next air cutter? Okay. Do they even have Brutal Swing here? They might, I guess. If they bring it in. I would assume they have to. Okay, they Sludge. That's crazy. I'm just going to knock this out as quick as I can. I want to guarantee either still having a shield and a bit of our Drifloon around, or maybe just, like, using our Tinkaton up a shield in the back. Yeah, okay. It's a really good thing that I still have my Drifloon around here. Oh, they don't even throw the move? That's pretty bad for them that they don't throw energy against us, because that's going to guarantee at this point that I have a shield advantage on my Tinkaton, and I have debuffed their Diggersby. I mean, I don't think it really would have mattered either way, because I could have shielded something else anyway, but yeah. I guess we'll just go for the player up into the bulldoze here, right? I don't think we're going to be in that bad of a spot, saying at this point they're a debuffed Diggersby. I don't think that 2 Scorching Sands knock us out. They might go for a bait here. They actually do. Smart play, I guess. But that bait's not really going to help them out too much, when honestly, they're close to just straight up play rough range. Lose condition here is that the 2 Scorching Sands still knock us out, and, you know, I don't knock them out, and they debuff us to guarantee that. Okay, yeah, we don't get 2-shot here. That's why getting that debuff off was so important. And now, even if they get a second move off against us, before I can either Fairy Wind down or Bulldoze, I'll survive it, and I'll just win. Nice. Okay. That was an interesting game. Them going for Air Cutter only on that Charizard, I bet they're just like, man, I should have just thrown 1 Blast Burn that game. That was incredible. So we got another opponent here, maybe? Next game. Tinkaton's been doing pretty good so far. Let's see if it can win a lead here. Okay, that's a definite 1 lead. But they likely have Tinkaton answers in the backline, so we'll see what they bring in. Okay. Interesting. They go for the Chilling Water right before I can land a move here. I wouldn't be surprised if Florges at this point is on the double bait moveset. Alright. They should be at 2 right now. Do they shield this? That's the first big question. No. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, well, I don't have to worry about this being a Moonblast because they threw instantly. And I should be able to get a nice farm down here. They likely come back in Regidrago because they know how useless it's going to be against my Tinkaton. We'll see what they do, though. There's a chance they come in something else. I'll go for the Icy Wind. If they want to, they can go for a Dragon Energy 1 turn before I reach my second Icy. That is a lot, though, wow. Nice. Getting this move off is actually huge. Because while Malamar's not necessarily a great counter to this, it's still good enough. And then Tinkaton's going to be really good in the backline as well. And okay. Well, if they're not even going to bait an Earthquake, I'm not going to shield. Flywave's going to put them into Bulldoze range. Okay, 4. They're in foul play range too, which is really nice. And I don't think they're even close to a Dragon Energy on that, on that Regidrago, right? Could be a crunch. I guess we'll shield just because, like, there's really no reason not to. Just keep our resources intact. Okay, yeah, 1. Yeah. Looks like they top lefted. Pretty RPS team, unfortunately, against our opponent. If they would have safe swapped that Steelix, I would have been in a bit more trouble. But to be fair, I think safe swapping Steelix is a pretty risky play. So I understand why they would go for the Florges safe swap instead. And honestly, Florges is a pretty tricky Pokemon just in general for this team, even though it shouldn't be. Not having Gyro Ball, kind of sad. Or is it? It's Heavy Slam, right? Heavy Slam. We actually got a pretty quick match here. Imagine if they had Fire Punch EQ. Oh, I read that earlier. Okay, we got our next game. Tinkaton into Shadow Dusknoir. I don't really know what I want to do. I don't really have a way to sponge the damage anywhere. I think I'm going to full send and just see what they want to do. At this point, they could shield this, and that wouldn't be ideal, because that's a lot of energy down the drain. But they do let it go. That's good. I feel like there's a good chance they Shadow Punch us here. This could be a Dynamic Punch, and I could have caught the move. But it's really that Astonish Sneak that I was really more hoping for. Nice, it is a Shadow Punch, so a good shield. And we bait out a Carbink, I guess. Is that even a good bait out? I mean, it's not bad, I guess. I can Icy Wind here. Bait a Shadow Ball. Don't know what they want to do. They have to throw energy against us if they don't want to have to shield, though, because Shadow Ball is still going to do a lot. Yeah, they actually do respect it. Alright. I'm going to come in Malamar here because they're debuffed, and I want to get an energy lead against whatever's in the back. Oh, wait. Okay, wow. Ouch. I have a lot of energy on Malamar, but that's a spider. That's kind of scary. I don't know if we can win this one. Rockman is going to put in a lot of work here. And my Tinkaton's really good against his team. Unfortunately, my Malamar, not a lot of play. I don't know what to do, because I think I have to call they bait us, but even if they Water Pulse, maybe I'm fine. I don't think I'm that fine. Yeah, I have to swap here, and that's game over if I ever have to swap a bug type, or a Malabar into a bug type. Ah, that's unfortunate. Why are they letting everything go? Why do they get the perfect farm down there, too? That's another thing I want to know. I think they have way too much energy, though, on that Carbink, right? So all they need here is the one shield they have for it. My only hope is they Bubble Beam for some reason. And then, even if they Bubble Beam that, I can still then Psywave down and stuff. They do Bubble Beam for one reason or another. Ow, 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 ow. At least I knock it out. The damage was so quick, it didn't even register. It was just, like, deleting my HP bar. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. Pretty tricky team comp. I made a good play, but the Carbink in the back was always going to be kind of hard. And then that Rockman in the back, also pretty hard. I don't know what we could have done there, but we'll play to them. Okay, we got a game. Let's see. Tinkaton into Shadow Steelix. I don't know how to play this out, because they might have Earthquake, right? They might also not. So either I resist the energy they have, or I don't. And I don't know until I nearly get one shot. Was that a CMP? Did they not even bait? They might not have even baited the big move, which could be even better for us, actually. We don't get a debuff there. And not getting that debuff means now the next Bulldoze is not going to do a lot of damage, unfortunately. But I think now that we know the moveset, I'm actually just going to swap here to Malamar. Dude. Okay, at least it's Golisopod, I guess. But wow, bug types are out in full force right now. That's unfortunate. A lot of Golisopods, a lot of Araquanids I've seen today. Can I get a second move off? I don't even think I can. Fury Cutters are shredding my HP way too quick. Just barely can't. Oh, man. I don't even think I can go for, like, an Astonish down here without having to 2-shield and still take an Aqua Jet. They just have that much energy. Yeah, I mean, I have to shield and farm down because that Steelix is going to be incredibly difficult to take out if I don't have energy. But they can probably just get another Aqua Jet off here, right? Oh, they can't. Okay, good. Steelix might come back in. No, actually, see Galarian Moltres. Interesting. I would imagine they no-shield twice here, right? That's always the play. Oh. Why did they swap this in? I just need to go for a Bulldoze here and a Play Rough against the other one, right? Maybe they have Breaking Swipe or something stupid and they debuff my attack stat, but no, it's a Psychic Fangs. So now it's like just neutral damage against us. Okay. I mean, I survived this. I just need to make sure a catch doesn't happen here. And I don't think it's like even a possibility for a bit. Moltres is nowhere near another move, right? So I should just be able to go for that Play Rough in just a second. And Sucker Punches are not going to knock us out. Nice. Tinkaton, a pretty good Pokemon into this team. I'll be honest, it was looking kind of rough with that Golisopod farm down against Malamar. I got a little bit lucky they didn't get to a third Aqua Jet there. I thought for sure they'd be able to. Must have been like 1 or 2 turns behind. And we were able to pick up the win. I think that's a 4-1 set here. See, is that actually true? Yes, very much so. Worst thing about Drifblim is it's a Pokemon that either is like very hit or miss. And that game didn't have a lot of play, but it was also like you can see it has play into its counters, right? I mean, Tinkaton Drifblim core is pretty fun, so hopefully we can keep on going here in this next set. And hopefully less bug types for our Malamar. Next match. Let's see what we get here. Tinkaton up against Florges. Okay. It'll be interesting to see this play out in its entirety if they stay in. They don't stay in. I'm going to shield this up. We'll see what they want to do here with the play rough. 7. So they're at 2 right now. Okay. 6. I should survive this pretty comfortably and then get a foul play off here. But the switch clock is coming back up. If they want to dance around, they can. 8. All right. I'd be surprised to see a second shield here, but if they do, they're probably going to swap. Okay. 3. 2. 3. 4. Okay. Good play by them. 7, 8, 9. I don't know why they're not debuffing us immediately, because even these fairy winds are adding up a bit against them. 4. 5. Yeah, they have the move now. I could have gone for the CMP there, but I would be double debuffed if I do that. I lose CMP against them, so I feel like the play is going to be to just let that go, and now come in with my Drifblim and save the energy. Seven, alright. I mean, they could be going for a Moonblast here. I probably shouldn't shield this, but I think okay, good shield. I have to knock this out as quickly as I can. They were at, like, 3, I believe, when they swapped out, so they have the Hydro Cannon now. That's why I wanted energy here on Drifblim. They can't come back in Florges, or else they get farmed down. I don't know what their final Pokemon's going to be, though. There's a lot of things that could be in the back. But I'm only 5 away from an Astonish, or rather, from Shadow Ball. Okay, they come in with a Diggersby here. 5. Alright, can I survive 2 Fire Punches? I think that's going to be the win call in this game. Surviving 2 Fire Punches would be huge. First one does quite a bit, though. Boom. We'll see. So I can at least get a lot of damage into them, like, no matter what. If I survive this, there's a chance I still can win this game. If I get knocked out here, probably a loss. Ah, get knocked out. I don't think I'm 2 away from a play rough, unfortunately, and they just get the move here in Tomb. Yeah. I don't think a play rough would have been enough. I think I needed the bulldoze into the play rough no matter what there. That's unfortunate. I think that was like really razor thin margins between whether or not I could have won that game or not. But not surviving that fire punch, that was so close. I think we honestly had a good chance of surviving the move there. Maybe they had more attack than I thought, or maybe it's just like, maybe that was like literally a 1 HP knockout. Either way, good games. Next battle. Let's see if we can get a lead and then a counter swap that we're good against. Oh, actually, we can't even get the lead. Very scary Pokemon to see. Luckily, I can bring in my Malamar here and at least start putting out a lot of Psywave damage, but honestly, the Psywave damage not doing that much. Luckily, this is a guaranteed Weather Ball. I can no-shield this. They probably swap out, though, into something to wall my energy. Okay, that doesn't really wall my energy. Looks like that might have been a CMP here, and I'm fine with that if it was, because I can actually farm this down with my Tinkaton. And, I mean, I have Bulldoze, right? Bulldoze against that Ninetale still going to add up quite a bit. They could go for an undercharge here if they want to, but it wouldn't get them that much. Yeah, they just full send. I mean, Bulldoze is super effective against Ninetales, and while they can go for Thunder Punches and Aqua Tails against us, that's not going to do as much damage as they might want. I don't know if they can get off a second Aqua Tail here. It's going to be really close. If they survive the Fairy Wind or if they get DRE, they can. I think they're one away from the next, though. Nice. So we actually get the perfect farm down there. Likely Ninetales coming in. Yep. So they should be dry, right, when they swapped out. So we can just go for the Bulldoze, and then a second Bulldoze if they stay in. Nice. That's some good damage. Honestly, at this point, I could probably just flip this matchup the longer it goes with my Tinkaton, but I think I'd rather swap. Yeah, especially if they shield that. Like, they probably are scared of Tinkaton in the back. Oh my goodness. I mean, I can just shield this, right? And give myself a lot of play. Because they're going to be in range where I can knock them out here with a Bulldoze on that Ninetales still. I just want to make sure that I can, yeah, get the final shield down. I might even survive an Aqua Tail. I don't know if I do, though. I'll no shield. As we save the move, so no matter what here, we should be able to win. Like, even if we didn't save the move, we just win the game. Because Bulldoze at this range knocks out, but I just wanted to make sure, just in case somehow the Bulldoze wasn't enough, we'd still have some damage in the backline. We're able here to Bulldoze. And Tinkaton, honestly, despite being in a pretty bad spot in the lead, that's where Bulldoze coverage is pretty nice. Just against those fire types that you see. And not having, like, Talonflame as the main fire type in the meta is pretty nice for that. Alright. Next opponent. Tinkaton into Tinkaton. Alright, pretty neutral matchup. About as neutral as a matchup gets, one might say. But this can come down to debuffs to see how it goes. I actually don't know how much debuffs matter. It's been a bit since I've been in this matchup. I think if you get one in the first two, you can 3-shot. You might be able to no matter what anyway, but we'll find out. Bulldoze comes through, gets a no-shield. Debuff, nice. That's exactly what you want to see there if you're a dirty Tinkaton player like me. Whoa. They let us CMP them here? That's kind of interesting. They're at 11 right now, right? So that means they're at 6 after this Bulldoze, if that's what they're going to throw. We got 2 debuffs, that's kind of fun. And we learned that we win CMP, so I'm pretty happy with that too. Oh, wow, they're on Flash Cannon. Okay, wow, and we simul swap here, but I swap into the superior Psywave user. Alright. Looks like they want to get a move off here. It could be a Skull Bash with how much they built up, but I would be a little bit surprised to see that. Yeah. Let's see if we get a shield here, because if I do get a shield, I have a second one ready to go. I would be a little bit surprised to see that. Yeah, okay. I think I might get to 2 moves here, which would be pretty helpful. Get a shield, nice. 5. Alright. Superpower for good measure. Just get as much damage against him as we can. They do no shield, so they should be in Fairy Wind downrange. I mean, I don't really see a reason not to shield this, right? Just double shield, farm down, Bulldoze, and then maybe win? It's a good Drill Peck, I guess, because I think Drill Peck would knock us out from here. But even still, I think they're in a bit of an awkward spot. Flash Cannon Tinkaton's insane, by the way. I'm still not getting over that. Swap, but because I have to swap here, I can Bulldoze first. And, I mean, they have to probably either play rough or Flash Cannon us to knock us out, right? I don't even know if they get that much energy, and if they do, then I just Astonish down. Is another debuff. Did I debuff every single time with my Bulldozes? I don't think it really matters. At least this one. My first 2 might have. But that's kind of ridiculous. Wasting all my luck here. Alright, down goes their Tink. I don't even need my third. Okay, I guess that's what debuff luck gets you. Good stuff. Next game. Let's see if we can get another fun lead here with Tinkaton. I wouldn't call this fun necessarily. Come on. I guess to be fair, I have 2 Pokemon in the backline that can have play into this. I'm going to swap in Malamar and hope for no Clodsire. It could always be a Clodsire. Or hope for no Rockman is what I was like. That's what I meant to say. I'm very bad sometimes with the English language. But as long as they're not on Moonblast, I might be able to make some stuff happen here. They let that first one go. They just go straight for a Chilling Water. That's fine by me. I think I might be able to force a shield out of them. It's going to be close, though, if I can. Chilling comes through. It does a lot, though. All superpower for good measure, just to try to get any little bit of extra damage against him that I can. I want to guarantee a shield or a knockout. Okay, I'm fine with the shield, I guess. They can farm us down, that's fine. They're going to be at 8, so they can get 2 Chilling Waters off against our Tinkaton. But it's not like I'm in a good matchup against that Clodsire anyway. And potentially up shields, Shadow Drifblim can put in some work. Chilling comes through, we know shield. They might save this energy, honestly, I don't know. Okay, they don't. Do I just swap here, though? That way I can clear the debuff and get an Astonish through him. I think that might be a decent play. Okay. Okay, Lapras, not unplayable. It should be at like 14 right now. But, man, this is still pretty awkward, honestly. I don't know if I can have enough to win this game. If they're not on Sludge Bomb, or Stone Edge rather, maybe. But these Psywaves even adding up quite a bit against us is, it's not ideal. I need to overfarm enough, too, to be able to Icy win that other guy. And I don't think I can. Oh, they transfer the move? That's interesting. I mean, if they come back in Lapras, I just bring in Tinkaton, right? So I survive the move here. I mean, should be outside of range where they can farm us down with that Clodsire, I hope. We'll see. If I can get a debuff with a Bulldoze into them, I should be able to win. Maybe they can farm us down if it does 2 damage. Okay, it actually can farm us down, so I actually need a debuff, probably, to win this. And honestly, what moveset do they run? Maybe they're on Stone Edge. I might still win if I just go for a... I have to Icy Wind. And hope they're not on Stone Edge. They CMP us here. That shows a confidence that I don't like to see. There's a good chance this is going to be a Stone Edge coming through right now. And I'm not even at the next move, right? I think I would need to take 3 more Poison Stings here. Is that a Stone Edge? Please be a Sludge Bomb. Please, please, please. Well played. It's Stone Edge. Very tricky team comp. Very tricky. Nearly came back from it, but because they had just... I mean, they had a pretty hard counter to us, honestly, right? Clodsire into Tinkaton. Lapras into Drifblim is really bad, even though it's not like doing a lot of super effective damage. And I mean, Florges into Malamar, that was a pretty uncomfortable one. Nearly came back, though. So we got a pretty quick match here. Tinkaton into Clodsire again. Okay. Hopefully this time not going to be met by a super hard counter immediately, but I guess I wouldn't be surprised. That's to go bad league sometimes. They're staying in, which isn't bad for us. 6. They think that I'm going to shield a Sludge Bomb? Yes again, trainer. I don't need to shield that. They might just hardwall my energy anyway. But they're staying in here, so maybe I should have shielded that, because it seems like they're a little bit scared of our Malamar. But getting rid of this is always going to be good. 6. Alright, so they're at the next Sludge Bomb now. No matter what comes in, I should be able to get either a Superpower or a Foul Play off. And I mean, if I can't, they probably should have brought whatever that is in the back against me anyway. 5. Alright. They have a lot of energy here. I don't think I can let a full farm down happen. I'm going to swap. I mean, it's a non-Shadow Gator, right? I can survive 1 Hydro Cannon pretty comfortably. They should be at 10, so 5 after this Hydro Cannon. 6. Alright, what's in the back? What's in the back? Should be at 1 right now. Okay. Makes sense, I guess, the way they play this out. They're at 5. Do we get a shield here? No. And Okay, no shield, that's a smart play. I'm gonna no shield this. And then I think I'm gonna come in Drift Blim and just hope that I can win. They get the move at the last second here. I don't think I can shield that. Okay, it's a Sparkling. That's a good no shield, I guess. It's not about the debuff right now, and honestly, they just get a perfect farm down, don't they? They're already at 6. I think they win the game. Oh, man, if I could swap out here, maybe there'd be a chance. But they get way too much energy. 8? Yeah, no, I don't have the energy. Such a tricky team comp. 9. They should be 1 away from the next Hydro Cannon, unless I'm 1 off in my counts. That is such an unfortunate team. I had play here. If I just, honestly, this time, if I would have shielded my Malamar, I would have had play. I just got kind of scarred from the last couple of games where safe swapping my Malamar wasn't necessarily the play in the back. Well played to them. They played out of that one, that safe swap pretty well. But with that said, it was still a decent day of battles, right? 2-3. I think we got a 4-1 in the first set, so, not too bad. 28-25. Yeah, still a decent climb here with this team. Bit of an awkward matchup there with the Clodsires in the end game, but you still have quite a bit of play, I think, with his team into that. Just need to play better than I did. All things considered, a pretty good day in the Go Bad League. I could have done a little bit better, maybe won a few games here or there if I played better, but that's the Go Bad League for you. And I think through and through, this team was a lot of fun to use, so if you want to try out a Tinkaton team, give this one a go. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.